Good morning. Oh my gosh, today is like completely beautiful. I'm on my way to meet Glenda for breakfast. And it's overcast and you almost need a sweater. Isn't that amazing? I took Smokey out for a little short walk this morning and it was so nice. I wish the weather was like this year round because it would be completely the most energetic weather for me, at least, because it just makes me not feel so stressed out with the heat. That was weird. Okay, so anyhow, I was so terrified the other night because there was this creature in my bedroom who was trying to kill me, pretty sure. It was so horrible. Now, I know like a lot of people say that everybody gets cockroach. Well, the reality is that I do not get cockroaches. I never grew up with them. And even though I'm from Bisbee and there's like the old Bisbee part of town and stuff, I never saw them. I just don't know what the deal is. I feel like the Lord just protected me because they just terrify me. And here is why. When I first encountered one, Javier was an infant because I had picked him up at daycare. And she had this rocking chair in her living room. And so I would sit and nurse him before I took him home because he had been gone. Like I was gone, you know, an 8-hour day or whatever. And you just want to be able to nurse your baby, right? So I'm nursing him and I was so hungry. I got a can of Pringles. Yeah. So I put the Pringles on the ground, opened, while I was getting adjusted to nurse Javi. And I picked the can up and I went like this. And that thing crawled into the can. And when I did that, it went into my hair. And I can still feel it to this day. I was traumatized beyond belief. That was my first experience with those creatures from hell. So I've always been very terrified of them, and rightly so. But I went ahead and so the other night we were laying in bed watching Lost, and I'm finally done with Lost. I've seen it a couple times, but again, Donnie didn't, so this was his first time, and it was the finale season, and I looked up, and I was like, what the F is that? And he jumped up, and he's like, I got this, and I ran into the living room because I was not about to be slayed. And you could hear him tackling the thing, and I'm pretty sure it picked him up and threw him around the room, but you know, he's fine, and my life was saved. But it was so horrible. And now I'm so paranoid because I have to have a sterile environment. I'm very good with cleaning and keeping things very tidy. Because I don't want a bunch of dust and I don't want any surprise visitors. And this was horrific. And so he went ahead and checked under the sinks because these creatures can live through a nuclear blast, but they have to have water. And so what happens a lot of times is that they come in because of the stormy weather. And they come in because you have an area that can give them the water they need. Well, I do not have that area. So under my sinks, I'm always so terrified what could actually be living under there that I keep it pretty clean. And I keep it very clean. And I like to buy those containers from Dollar Tree, so that everything is lined up and organized, and I just have to have it that way because I cannot stand these creatures. And I want to say it's been a good year and a half, maybe 2 years since I've seen one in my apartment. And the last time there was one, again, I think it was just some weird random thing where it showed up in my cupboard. God. And at that time, my son lived in the apartments just across the little playground from where I live in the same complex. And so I ran over there and I was like, my God, and so he came and saved my life that night. But I just so freaked out. And I don't know, like the whole time now, all I can see. So now I just felt super paranoid and I keep looking around like in dark spots. It's like, oh my God, I'm like on edge. So horrible. That's my fear. That's my biggest fear. That would be my hell. That would be my purgatory. Like, I could probably, there's probably a couple things I couldn't do either. Like, I can't be necessarily violent to somebody. Like, I could never be a slave owner. I'm not going to be abusive and hurting on children. That's for sure. I'm not going to, do crazy crap like that. But the other thing, so I mean, yeah. There's a lot of things that I will do. Like, if you're bleeding out, I got you. If your bone is sticking out of your body, I got you. No problem. Now, if you throw up or have excessive snot or infection, blah, I'm about to throw up right now thinking about it. I don't got you. But if there is this creature around and it's either you or me, you're going down, because I'm not going to deal with it. I just cannot deal with them. And it's because of that one dark and stormy night where it showed up. So anyways, a friend of mine who is a house cleaner said that what she does, and I guess this is kind of like a trade secret or something, but she says not to use pine salt or Fabulosa, especially Fabulosa. I don't, because I can't stand the smell. It's just so, I don't know, like strong. It's so strong. But she doesn't use those products because she says that she's finding that it attracts them. But she does use bleach and water, and she'll dump a little bit in the drains at night every so often because they don't like the bleach in the water. And so I was like, well, I have my spray bottle with its little concoction of bleach in it because I have to keep things sterile. So maybe that's a great way for me to be safe and not in danger. I don't know. Trying to see. Oh, there's Glenda. So she's here. And I'm going to run in because it is... it's good to see her. And I am thankful that I am still alive today to be able to continue to vlog this journey of mine, because how funny that kidney disease does not even scare me in the least bit. Being on dialysis does not scare me in the least bit. Death does not scare me in the least bit. But God forbid I see these creatures, because, and what's terrible is, like, I like to leave my kitchen window open, or like the sliding glass, and then also in my bedroom, and then also the sliding glass door in the living room to just let the fresh air come in, right? And now I'm like really scared to do that. And I asked Donnie, I was like, I wonder, I don't even know how it got in. And he was like, maybe it was the patio, because the sliding screen door part doesn't necessarily work very well. And so there's been a time too, again, that I saw Marshall out there, and so he's kind of wiggled his way through. So I'm like, maybe that is it, which is a bummer because I really like having that. He also said that he thinks that probably somebody's apartment got sprayed. They either moved out, or they're about to move in, or they have an issue and they're kind of going where there's other places. So I did hear my neighbor up late smacking around on something, so I wonder if that could possibly be it as well. I hope not, because there's nothing worse than bed bugs or those creatures. I just want to get sleep because I get so little sleep that it's precious. So, okay, I'm going to head in. You have a great day. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.